Well, hi.
Hello.
That's not Mike, guys. I see a kid sneaking up behind you.
Yeah, he wanted to get his cameo.
Hey, dude, what's up?
He's coloring some Pokemon stuff right now, so he's locked in.
He's locked in. I like it. Well, hey everyone.
Today.
I'm doing good. Thanks for jumping in the saddle here now that Mike's out today.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks, Mike, for being gone, so I got a chance to get on here. I love it.
Yeah. So many folks might not know you. You have a YouTube show and you've been around the hobby for a bit. Tell us about your YouTube show real quick, and then we'll dive into some fun stuff today.
Oh yeah, so I've been doing my K-Dubs High Five I started last summer as just kind of something to do. I'm a teacher, and I just started doing it as something for me to keep myself occupied in the summertime. And I bring on kind of hobby influencers, people in the hobby, and hit them with 5 rapid fire questions about their collection, their life, how they got into the hobby, and usually some fun things mixed in. So it's a lot of fun. Dizzy Dub 1 on YouTube there.
There you go. I'll link it in the show notes for those that are curious. So I was on your show a couple weeks ago, and I went back and watched all of your episodes because I think it's a great concept. It's like right to the point, 5 to 10 minutes long, 5 questions.
Yep.
And it's easy to consume like 30 of those in a few hours. Just flying through it.
That's the whole point. The whole point is to I wanted to make it a show that people can watch on their lunch break and get some information about the collector, not just about, I know there's a lot of podcasts about the hobby, but I want people to learn about the people who collect. And I try to do it as fast as I can because I'm a middle school teacher, and I know YouTube videos, man. Kids don't want to watch 15, 20, 30-minute YouTube videos in a sitting. They want 5 to 10 minutes. So I try to make it as quick as I can.
I dig it. I love it. Yeah. The middle school teaching approach.
That's it.
That works for us attention starving YouTube content creators as well.
That's how I live my life, man.
So your school's just on a lockdown. What the heck? What's going on? Everything good, right?
Everything is all good. I don't know. We got a code that something was happening. Nothing to worry about. No concerns. But I guess there was some sort of conflict uptown from us, and the police just advised people in the area to lock down. But all is good. Everything's good here, so I'm good.
It's kind of a sketchy time in America right now with schools, right? Everyone's kind of on high alert.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just kind of a weird season where you just never know. And it's kind of the weird thing about it is people always, the people who come in and speak, they're not, well, it's not if, but when. And that's a scary thing to think about, that, the idea of when could happen. So just always got to be prepared.
No doubt. All right. So some off the cuff topics. I was thinking through some stuff today, and on the fly here, we just kind of roll with what's fresh in the hobby. And there's been a couple pretty relevant news stories this week. I'd love to get your take on a couple of these. Let me start with one that I think is really interesting, and I'll actually show my screen for those that don't have this article. So Beckett announced, I believe it was yesterday, that they hired a new CEO. In his name, and I'm going to show it right here so everyone can see it. Can you see that?
Indeed.
Yeah. Kunal Chopra.
Yeah, I didn't even want to try. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, it's probably wrong, but it's all good. Interesting hire here because this guy is not a hobby guy.
Yeah.
At all, right? He even admits he may have collected a few NFTs the last couple of years, but he's a tech guy.
Yeah.
And bringing him to run the platform. What was your immediate reaction to this story?
I think the thing that jumped out for me was the amount of tech talk that was in this article. Anything that he was asked, it was always linked back to tech stuff, So I'm interested to see what his plans are with the tech and Beckett. And so, I think that's the thing that probably jumped out with me the most is just his technology influence in life and what he's going to bring to Beckett based on that tech influence. So,
yeah, no, that's a good point. That actually definitely stuck out to me. I come from the tech world, so I was really curious as I was reading his responses to stuff, and you could tell like he has a pretty strong tech background. Like he worked at Amazon. His most recent company was Caspian, where he was the CEO.
Yeah.
So this guy's like drenched in tech experience. Do you think it's a good move by Beckett to go this direction?
I mean, I would ask the question, is this their kind of move now that Fanatics is kind of consuming the sports world? Is this Beckett's play to kind of stay relevant and to stay a part of the collecting game to jump? Because he mentions comic books,
Yeah.
NFTs, sneakers. So I don't know if they're trying to, maybe kind of diversify their part in the collecting piece. But I think they got to do something, right?
Yeah. Yeah. My take is I think it's a great swing by Beckett to try to make
Mhm.
something work
Yeah.
because it wasn't working on the grading front. They're
No.
falling way behind. They already have a great platform in the Beckett marketplace and that history and that, I don't know, the confidence people have in that still, I think remains.
Yeah.
They had to double down on like the platform itself.
Mhm.
I don't know. I kind of like it. I'm actually kind of impressed that they would take this type of risk.
And I think right now, like, everything in the hobby is changing, and
Yeah.
so why would Beckett continue to try to play the short game? Like, they gotta think the long haul here and how they're gonna stay relevant and stay apart, and seems like this guy might have some ideas and some new perspectives that he can bring in. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
anxious to hear kind of what his first move is as he comes in.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he answers some good questions, and this article was on sportscollectorsdaily.com, so you can
Mhm.
find it. It was the front article, the top article. But the last question here, what's your vision for Beckett going forward? What's your first priority? He's speaking like a true tech CEO,
Yep,
right? Like
yep,
boil down your mission statement to like 10 words. And
yep,
it's we,
absolutely.
we want to build the most amazing products and services on the planet for collectors. That's it, period. I,
Mhm.
I love that he's simplified things because it needs to be simplified, but at the same time, it's like, okay, what does
Yeah,
he really mean there? Because that can mean a lot of
totally.
things.
Yep.
But creating that one-stop shop platform for collectors to manage their portfolio of alternative investments. And this to me is key because this is the big shift that's been taking place in the hobby recently. It's like, how do we grab a piece of all this like alternative investment?
Yeah.
Um, Bringing the tech world and like the physical world together and allowing us to capture our portfolio. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. But are you getting sick of this stuff already? I mean, come on.
Little bit, when I don't know, you struggle when you hear like alternative investments. What
Yeah.
does that mean in a hobby? I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think the hobby will tell him pretty quickly,
Yeah,
if it's
well,
if it's
absolutely.
resonating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and it's a good segue because just today, eBay announced that their eBay Vault is live.
Okay,
So
this is new to me.
this is new. This is fresh. Yeah. So again, eBay is allowing any card that you purchase, any graded card that you purchase over $750. If you sign up for the eBay Vault, you can allow your purchase to be sent to the vault to be stored inside of your
Oh wow.
seller vault. Um,
Oh wow.
so again, like there's some pros, there's some cons to this, and we can go through this here in depth for a minute. But one quick thing to point out here: what types of items are eligible to store in the vault? I thought was interesting. Right, there's only four grading companies. They specifically exclude some grading companies.
Hmm.
Hint, hint. HGA is not on there, um,
Surprise.
but the top four are on there,
Yeah.
and I guess it totally makes sense, right? They're not going to screw around with stuff that
Oh yeah.
hasn't been sticking in the hobby. But is this something like is this something you would consider using
No.
in the future? No? Okay. Why is
I
that?
I don't know that I own a $750 card, Ty. I own a lot of, $5 and $10 cards, but, I wouldn't by no means call myself a high-end collector.
Yeah.
And I if I'm gonna have a $750 plus card, I want that thing with me. I want to be able to take that thing, show it off to my friends, wear it around my neck like Logan Paul.
Just gonna say that you should totally wear it around your
I
neck.
want I want that thing with me when I sleep. I mean, I don't know. I just to me, collecting cards is the idea of they're tangible. I can hold them in my hands, and I don't know. I guess it plays into the investment idea of, that card is not really yours to collect. You're thinking long term on it, and that just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't work in my brain as far as collecting goes. But I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I see some pros to it for sure from my perspective. I think the biggest thing that I want to see how it works out is when eBay announced their live selling, their competition, their competing platform to whatnot.
Hmm.
If you want to
Oh
sell
yeah.
high-end cards in your eBay live account and you have them in your vault, you can bring them up, sell them, and they're automatically in somebody else's vault.
Oh
You don't
yeah.
have to ship a high dollar card.
Yeah.
That's always the worry to me, right? You ship a high dollar card, it's like you got to express mail it, you got to do signature confirmation, you got to worry about it.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. That's a really good point.
But I'm kind of with you, especially cards for my PC. If it's just over that 750, like get
Hmm.
it here. I want it. I want the kids to see it. I want them to enjoy it.
Yeah, but I guess what's the difference between the eBay vault and buying yourself a safety deposit box at a bank or something? I don't know what the costs are for the eBay vault, but um, I don't know. If it's at my bank, I can at least go down and look at it whenever I want. The eBay vault is this
Yeah,
unknown place, this unknown destination. I don't know.
they're right. Well, yeah, exactly. It's funny. They don't give the exact address when you send something in, or it's like it's in Delaware somewhere. We promise.
So if you don't buy from eBay, could I just send my cards to the vault, or do you have
No,
to make the purchase from eBay?
you can't yet. Yeah, I think you will get to that point. So
Oh, okay.
what'll happen is when you buy a card, it goes and it's sent over to an authenticator who gives like the thumbs up authenticity guarantee. Then
Yeah,
that guarantor sends it off to the vaults for you, and
got it.
then you have it. I mean, the advantages are, you got the ability to sell it really quick. You can pull it up anytime, and you can
Mhm.
check values. I guess there's some value to that, but I mean, to our point about Beckett, right? Everyone's trying to figure out how to capture a piece of like the alternative investment side of this, and that to me is really what eBay's doing here. Is
Mm.
let's get the high end stuff in our vault because
Yeah,
we know they're gonna that card's gonna be sold a
yep,
thousand times before it gets sent to someone's physical possession.
which is so weird to think that you could own a card, but not really own a card.
Yeah.
It's I don't know.
Well, it's funny because the question that comes up twice in this FAQ is, are NFTs eligible for the eBay vault? I thought that was hilarious. Like, wait, I thought NFTs were not physical. Like,
Yeah,
why is that even a question? I'm so confused.
that is a
You
world that I know nothing about.
right? Like the
Mhm.
non-fungible token, you send a printout of it to the eBay vault? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the question down here is, do I get an NFT when I send something to the vault? So do I get a separate NFT
Oh,
spun up? And eBay's already saying, no, we're not doing that. We're just providing you a QR code that you can scan that will show you a picture of your card. It's just a fascinating world, right? It's taking it to the next level, I feel like. And
is it a real-time picture of my card? That's what I wanna know. Like, is
like
it
a live camera.
that's what I wanna know. I wanna be able to see that thing at any hour of any day to make sure it's there. I don't know. It just stuff like this when middlemen get involved, there's just always I don't know, I'm just always leery. It just seems like there's room for I don't know, room for greed to set in and people to try to take advantage and I don't know.
That's funny. I picture you like laying in your bed looking at your live cam of your camera,
Yeah.
like, honey, check it out. Here it is. It hasn't moved in
Can
weeks.
you believe this? I got $1,000 card right here, sweetie. I can look at it anytime I want.
I
Like
promise it's ours.
it's like a trail cam for a deer. Oh.
So
Oh,
good.
geez. Hang on, my son just got locked out of my room. Hang on.
Love it. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
My bad.
NFTs, eBay vaults. I'd love to know what you folks watching are thinking there because I'm very curious to see how this sticks in the hobby.
Yeah, and I'd be curious as far as people who are the high end collectors, who do have those kind of valuable cards. Is this something that they would do? I mean, I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear what people have to say on it.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be interesting because the fees are reduced significantly according to the current eBay fee structure.
Got it.
So once it's in the vault, I mean, instead of a 12 to 15% overall fee, you could pay a 3% fee. And it's like, if you
Yeah,
need the
yeah,
cash quick, they'll probably do some sort of like providing margin against your high-end cards at some point,
yeah,
spin up capital. So there's all kinds of things eBay can do. It's a smart move by eBay. I mean, I
yeah.
don't think
Oh,
there's any doubt about
absolutely.
that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And like you said, it can be bought and sold 100 times, and they're making a percent off that every single time. I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it's going to create more traction for high end stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do too. I do too.
because if I get $1,000 card, it's probably going to take me a while to put that thing on eBay to sell it. I'm going to have to stare at it for a while.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes like when I do come across a high-end card, let's say I get it for $1,000 and then I have buyer's remorse or
Mm,
something and I want to sell it. I'm already thinking, okay, I gotta I gotta pay 12%, so I have to sell it for 11.50 now,
yeah, exactly.
or I'm not gonna break even.
Mm,
This could potentially remove that barrier because of the fees would be so low, and I could just say, "Yeah, screw it, I don't want it anymore."
yeah, yeah. That's a good point.
I'm talking like an alternative investment trader here. I'm falling into their trap.
Already.
All right, so another question for you. So today, the Angels announced Joe Madden getting fired. I don't know if you saw it. You're in school day teaching.
I did not see it. No.
Okay, it's okay. So the canned him. I think he's been there a couple years. They went on a 12-game losing streak. Angels started out hot,
Okay.
and they fell. They're like 8 games back behind the Astros. I think this is the third firing we've seen in the last week in major leagues. At what point do we say, okay, enough's enough? It's not working for the Angels. Like, how many guys do they need to have on this team before it's like Trout needs to get to the playoffs?
Agreed.
Do
He
you
needs to
just
ring.
trade Trout and get him somewhere else? I'm getting annoyed. It's like I want to see this guy play in October.
Absolutely. He he should. He should be playing in October.
It's like I don't know. Or is it I mean, I get it. It's a team of more than just one. So it's a big
Yeah.
roster in baseball. But I mean, you got arguably two of the top 30 players in baseball.
Mhm.
Stat wise, it was very clear just 2 weeks ago. Now it's not so clear because Otani's not doing super great.
Yeah.
And Trout's fallen, way behind in OPS and average and everything else. But I don't know, man. Like I'm just getting frustrated, I guess, to the point. I'm just getting really frustrated that they can't put it together. That's
Yeah.
the one team I want to see in the playoffs.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think it's the team that everyone would love to see, right? You got 2 of the biggest stars on your roster.
Yeah.
But what do you do? It's that team game, and I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Baseball is an interesting beast. I mean, and like you said, guys can just cool off and teams can slump, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All the best for the Angels, but maybe they need to go back to what was the guy's name from Angels in the outfield, the manager? That guy is the guy. Danny Glover, but I
Danny
don't
Glover.
Danny Knox. Wasn't his name Knox?
All right. We need to get Knox in. Maybe that's what they're setting it up for.
Man, I'm saying bring him back.
Interesting. Okay. I like that. That's a good theory. It's very They
Oh.
said you were good, K-Dub. I didn't know you're this good. Very, very nice. Very nice. Interesting. Who's your team? I'm assuming it's the Mariners.
I don't follow baseball a ton, but I do root for the Mariners. And the Mariners are a lot like my favorite football team, the Vikings. They've never won the World Series, so I root for the teams that never win.
Yeah.
But in the '90s, I loved the '90s Cleveland Indians with Kenny Lofton and Albert Bell. So I followed those guys until they kind of dissipated, and
Yeah.
then I caught up with the Mariners, and so they're close. They're about a 4-hour drive, so we try to go watch a game every year. So
Yeah. Yeah. You
I
and I
don't
are
follow I don't follow them regularly to know how they're doing or anything.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. You only have, one of the top 2 prospects in baseball right now playing for
So
you. I mean, there's no reason for you to watch.
so I hear. I hear he's pretty good.
Yeah, Julio Rodriguez is no joke, man. I'm
Yeah.
impressed. We're actually thinking about coming out there in August to watch a couple
Okay.
games. So, well, I shouldn't say coming out there. We'd be driving past you to go see the
Yeah.
game.
Well, wave when you come by. Have you been to I think it's T-Mobile Park now, but have you
Yeah,
been over here before?
I have. Yeah,
It's a great stadium.
it
I like
is.
going to games there, and it's fun.
It is for sure.
Yeah.
What about retail product or any product? Are you open to anything? You searching for anything? Prison football, does that appeal to you?
It not right now.
Okay.
Just at the price point it's at,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense to me to even to try to join in any breaks. It just doesn't make I really would like to get my hands on some of that WWE Prism. That looks fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up, as in the '90s with the Attitude Era guys, and it seems like a really fun rip, and we'd be really right there it is.
There's a blaster right there.
Yeah, there it is right there. So that would be I think that would be really fun. And then last week or the week before, Panini sent me a really nice little pick me up package. So we got a couple boxes that we're gonna open, some football stuff. So that'll be super fun. I'm excited to get into that. I haven't ripped a hobby box in I don't know a year or two, so it should be pretty good.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That,
yeah, it was
that's
really
awesome.
nice. Yeah, really nice.
Very
Shout out
cool.
to Pat Geek and
Jeff, good old Jeff. Yep.
he looked out for me. So awesome dude.
Jeff looks out for everybody. He's
Yeah,
one of the best of the best.
for sure.
That's great. So I saw, I think it was early this morning. I was looking at a tweet, and this guy was talking about prison football came into his shop, and he said he sold his hobby case, his one hobby case he got allocated within 30 minutes for $15,000. And I kind of
Crazy.
chuckled, like I mean, I get that's how the breakout is for 12 boxes, like, okay, 12 boxes times, 1,500 or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Okay, whatever. But within 30 minutes, someone comes in and drops 15K on Prism football. It just blows my mind like that. Now we're just accepting that as normal.
yeah. Well, the 101 Mac Jones got hit and sold for 100K before it even got sent to the kid that hit it. You know, I mean, it's crazy.
And there you go.
Mhm.
That's why people are paying
Yeah,
$15,000 for a case.
absolutely. But the 101 Mac Jones isn't in there, so I don't know what you're paying $15,000 for. Maybe he hadn't got the word yet.
Yeah. Let's
Uh,
say you open a blaster box, you get the Trevor Lawrence 1 of 1. What do you do with it? You sell it immediately? Not
I
even
sent it.
thinking?
I sent it to the eBay vault.
Look at you. Hey, that's your first card going to eBay Vault.
I don't know what I would do. I have no idea. I think you gotta think for me, I would have to think logically of this could really change, my financial situation. This could really benefit my family, could pay off some debt. I mean, I think you got to at this point, if you hit a card like that, because we can't ride this train forever. Well, maybe we can. I don't know. But
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Well, so you're weighing 2 options, right? You're weighing probably selling it for around the same price for
Mhm.
100K, maybe even slightly more. Let's just say 125K, or holding on to it for 4 to 5 years with the potential of that being $1 million card. But there's also the potential Trevor Lawrence doesn't pan out, and that's
Yep,
a $1,000 card, right?
yep.
I mean, it's never a $1,000 card, but it's gonna be a lot lower than 125. If you get offered 125 or the possibility of waiting 4 to 5 years and selling it for a million, what do you do then?
I'm taking the money, man.
Taking the money.
Taking the money. I just the the hobby, man. You've been around. There's
Yeah.
just so many misses in the hobby, and I sold my Mahomes in 2018. So like I had Mahomes stuff from 2017. That's back when you could get retail product at your disposal, and I sold it in 2018 for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. But at the time, it was the right move for what I got for it. And now I look back, every now and again you check your eBay, you sold items, and you're like, golly.
Yeah.
But 125K, that's a lot of money, man. I don't know.
That is substantial money.
$1 million is a lot of money too. I don't, what are you doing?
Um, with the 1 of 1, I'm probably going and getting it evaluated to grade first.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing first. I'm probably going to PSA and saying, "Hey, give me a qualifier on this. Is it gonna come back a 9 or a 10?"
Hmm.
And then if it is, I'm gonna grade it. If it's not, I'm not gonna grade it.
Yeah.
And then I I think I probably wait until the season starts
Okay.
and make a decision probably early September, October.
Okay.
That's what I would
So
do.
let me ask you this, because I don't do much grading, and I know you do. What's the thought behind grading a one of one card?
Never do it
Okay.
unless you're 100% sure it's gonna. Because the thing with the one of one card, right? No one else is gonna grade that card. It's pop one,
Exactly.
regardless of what happens,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
uh, it's not gonna add a significant value unless it's a 10. It's not gonna add any value.
Mhm.
And once you grade it, you're never cracking it out of the slab because then it's gonna have that little mark on it. That little, everyone's
Ab
gonna know.
absolutely.
So yeah, that's why you get it all. You get it evaluated first, and then
Okay.
you make the decision.
I've just always wondered that because it's pop one regardless if it's raw or if it's graded. So would a 10 would a 10 sell for a lot more than an ungraded one of one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it would definitely sell for
Yeah.
significantly more,
Okay.
right? I mean,
Okay.
but then you risk getting an 8 or a 9. A
Yeah.
nine's probably a wash. You're probably selling it for the same price, but you come back an 8, and then you just scarred like the
Yeah.
future resale value of that card through eternity. Like it's not gonna. You're
Because
done.
because forever the one of one that you graded, they're gonna know is the 8 because there's no other
Yeah.
one of one sneak. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Matt Coleman, he just got a collection this past week. He didn't pull, he found a Heinz Ward 2011 tops, 2012 tops die cut like Super Bowl one of one card. And he texted me, he's like, "Hey, what do I do with this?" And I said, "You sell that because you're not going to keep it, sell it raw." Because what you wanted is get the card into the hand of the guy that's going to put it in his PC.
Yep.
Let him grade it because he doesn't
Mhm.
care.
Yep.
He's going to grade it because he wants that thing like safe.
Yep.
So that's how you handle that. I see you
Wow.
telling your kids to be quiet.
No, no. Okay. Grab a piece of paper right here, buddy. There's a big bone of paper. Yeah. All right.
Look at you multitasking.
Yeah, no, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
You got to do it. Your kids are amazing.
Oh, they're good kids. Pretty
Yeah,
lucky.
you and I both. Well, dude, thank you for jumping on the fly with
Absolutely, man. I
Mike and
appreciate it.
with Ty and Kyle.
Yep.
Uh, have yourself an amazing week. And if for those watching, go subscribe to K-Dub's channel right now.
Absolutely.
Give this guy some love.
Please
Another
do.
another
Please
good
do.
guy in the hobby, and we want to support him. So
Absolutely, man. I appreciate the shout out.
appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. Take
Have a
care.
good week.